Yeah, girls, so we can start slowly with a sketch. You take pencil and try to paint very lightly with the pencil, because we have it snow here, so it's all very light. Yeah, so we don't want pencil to look a lot through. Yes, so I just slightly mark, yeah, this line where the trees and houses and the fence. Yeah, so I plan. So this will be my sky, and this will be all the snow space for the rabbits. Yeah, somewhere up. Yeah, I'm marking fat so you can see, but you mark tiny. Yeah, like very lightly. Yeah, and then I can decide where the houses are. Yes, it's maybe not, it's not good to put really in the middle. It's good to move a little bit. Yes, so maybe to the, yes, to the left side a little bit. Yes, and the houses also. So if you draw a big house, then it will have a feeling that it is close to us. Yeah. So, and the smaller I paint the houses. Yeah. Yeah, and roofs, we're gonna leave white. So it's also the feeling that, yeah, that we have a snow on the roof. Yeah. And the trees, it's also just very lightly. Yeah, just. Yes, it's also a good, interesting way. Yeah, so I can put here a cloud. So later with the white paint, I can put on top, and then the top of the tree is kind of above. Yeah, so then it's a feeling the tree is tall, that it goes even higher than the clouds. Yeah, something like this. And yes, in the spaces in between trees and trees and houses, I can put fence. Yes, but again, I can also do it just with a brush. So then it's nicer, it's cleaner, the drawing, when it doesn't have a lot of pencil. Yeah? Yes, and again, one tree bigger, one smaller, one taller, one shorter. Yes, we make them different. Yes, I also mark a little bit kind of shadow under the trees. Yeah. So again, it can be done later just with the gray paint. Yes. Yeah. So once we have our background, our horizon, then we can plan our rabbits. Yes. So again, the rabbits that is closer and bigger, yeah, to us. So the bigger feels closer, the smaller feels far away. Yes, here, for example, I can plan some hill. Yes, maybe for these two rabbits. And here on the bottom of the page, so I can plan a body and make something like a fluffy, yeah, half circle. And again, also fluffy tail. And then there is head, smaller circle, and two ears. Yes, this will be the first rabbit that is kind of really close to us. Yeah? Yes. And then, so each next rabbit should be smaller. Yes, so this one that is standing here, he's kind of vertically. Yeah. He's big, but already somewhat smaller than the yes, and then another rabbit similar to the first one, yeah, by its drawing. Maybe the head is a little bit turned, maybe the ears, yeah, we make different. So just also again to make the differences, yeah. And then we can also plan the footsteps on the snow, yeah, as if the rabbit is. He was jumping. Yes. And then you can invent more hills, yeah, maybe somewhere here, already closer to the house, we're gonna have another hill. Yes, and then maybe two rabbits that are already very close to the house. Yeah, maybe also sitting together. Yeah, and then you can notice the size of rabbits, make them very small. Yeah, and maybe one small coming here from a side. Yeah, also with some. Yeah, so you can see better. You can add also more rabbits if you want. You can invent, yeah, also from another side, maybe here, also some rabbit. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, so take time, plan your rabbits. Yes, and then once you're finished with the pencil sketch, then still kind of halfly, yeah, like erase, like lighten up your pencil. Yes, because as I said, all this white snow, yeah, it's good to have it clean. And yeah, so if somewhere you've been using a lot of pencil, then you just kind of, because then you can still see your drawing, you can still see where your rabbits are, but then the pencil won't, yeah, won't go so much visible with the watercolor. Yeah, let me know, girls. Thumbs up ready.
Can you make more than one house in the distance?
Oh, of course, yes. That's also a very good idea. Yeah, let's make also, yeah, it can be many houses. That's also a good idea. Otherwise, these look very, very lonely. Yeah. Can be maybe also some in between the trees. Yeah. Or also, yeah, in this case, also try, yeah, make it maybe like one taller and one more square. Yeah, one a bit bigger, one a bit smaller. Yes, it's always good to kind of make. Yes, of course. Yeah, house is nice. Yeah, you see the roofs? I'm not even ending the roofs because then it's kind of feeling that they are all white covered with snow. Yes, I don't here in the painting already. I don't have this horizontal line. Yeah, so this line I kind of avoid it. Yes, and I leave the roof just white, can be just white paper and without line, and then it feels, yes, as if it's in the fog, in the snow. Yeah, and already the windows part and the facade, then we make colorful. Mm-hmm. Yes, very good. I like you being creative. Yes, thinking of your own story. Nice, very nice. Yeah, and then the trees. Yeah, it's logical. Many rabbits, many houses. Yeah, so they all fit in. Yeah, so we start with the paint. Yeah, I see you have brushes already in the hands. Yeah, thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good girls. So let's start first with all these background colors. Yeah, try to take a bit maybe wider brush, and we're gonna cover the sky, and we're gonna cover very lightly the snow. Yeah, so first we're gonna prepare this dark and this light, and then on top we will put rabbits, and on top we're gonna put trees and houses. Yeah, so I choose dark blue. Yes. So depending which different blues you have. Yes. And then, for example, on top, I put the darkest, yeah, tone. And then going lower, going already closer to the trees and houses, then I make it a bit everything a bit, yeah, lighter. And then I don't forget my houses, the roofs. I mean, yeah, the roofs is the most important. Yeah, because the trees I can cover on top. Yes, and but the roofs of houses, is they're white, yeah, then try to leave them white, and the rest, you see, I almost like I go around where the trees are, but yeah. So, and what is the secret with the salt? Yes, it works exactly when you have this dark color. Yes, so on the light color, it's not really working. And the salt, it takes off the liquid and it takes off the paint. But the tricky moment is that you have to choose correctly the time when you put the salt, and it's not always works when I do it. Or sometimes works, sometimes not. Yeah, it has to be kind of liquidish, but not too much. Yeah, but one should experiment. So I have here my paint that I put here, maybe a bit more I want. Yes, and I will try. No. So if you girls, if you have salt, you can try it. If not, don't worry. We just later with the white paint of acrylics. Yeah, we're gonna put some white clouds and yeah, I feel sometimes it's kind of not working, but sometimes it does.
So you're using the salt for the snow, kind of?
It's so I'm putting, but later I'm gonna remove it. It just what happens when it's wet and I put salt, the salt takes away the water, so it will leave kind of white spots between my blue. Yeah, so I put it, but later I will, when it's kind of more dry, I will give it time and I will try to remove the salt, and then it should be white flakes. Yes, in the instead of the salt. Yeah, so I leave it now. Let's see if it works a bit later, because as I said, for me it works maybe one time out of 3. Yes, there is tricky time of when you put it. All right, and then when I go down for the snow, so yes, I leave it like this salt, and now I go down, and I want, of course, to make it very light for the snow. Yes, so of course we don't leave white paper. Yeah, for example, here where I've planned the hill, yes, I can put the blue, and then I kind of try to blend it out. I wash my brush, and with clean brush, just only with water, I kind of blend out the edges. So it's I use the same color, it's just very, very watery. Yes. And then later, when it dries and the watercolors, they always lose some color, yeah, when dry. Then I can repeat and make, yeah, a bit more. So I'm trying, yeah, so some parts I make a bit darker very snow, and some parts I just cover with a very light, yeah. Some parts can also stay a bit white. Of course, it's not very good to leave too much white, yeah. So that's why we have somewhere we have blue, and yeah, you see, so very, very lightly blue, yeah, and only where the hills are, I can make a bit darker, just kind of showing the you can also use a paper towel, for example, if you want, if it's too much water, all too wet. Yes, with paper towel, I can easily take off some paint, some liquid. Yeah, and we give time also to dry for our snow. So all this space, yeah, where we have put this light blue, let it dry before putting rabbits. Yeah. Yeah, so we can actually move to the do the houses, the trees. Yes, can take a small brush. Also, depending what size you have of your of the paper of the drawing. Yeah, so like this, you choose the brush, so it's just comfortable to get in. No? For example, I can start with houses. I just take some green. Yes, and again, I do kind of base layer. Yeah, so just all the trees. And then later I can go and do a bit darker. Yeah. And again, when I will leave it, it will dry. And then when it dries, I will go and do. So it's not just one color, but we will want to create, yeah, these shades and also good for the tree when the brush is not very wet. Yeah, so you can even dry it with a towel, for example, with a paper towel, and then take the paint and just do this. Because then you have it these dry brush strokes. And it looks very nice, like just like a difference. Yes, I've put one layer of green, and then I already, it's kind of already more dry, and I can go and do this dark touch-ups, yeah? And then it's kind of this shadow under the branches. Yeah, and then it gives this feeling that, oh, it's nice. Nice tree. And here again, I use small brush and it's very dry. Yes, it doesn't have much water because then I can leave these brush strokes. Yes, because then if it's very watery, it just leaves kind of one spot. Yeah, but when it's dry, I can play around. So the story with the salt, you can also play around sometimes when you paint with watercolor. Yes, it works with watercolors because it's connected with water. And the salt, it has this quality that it takes off the water. Yes. And yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm trying now to take off a little bit of my blue here because it got dark. I should have done it earlier, but yeah, because it feels nice when it's a bit kind of lighter on the bottom. In general, with watercolors, you can take it off. Yes, but for this, if the paper is good, then it works. Yes, because then the paper is resistant, and then it works. Here, I've lightened up a bit here. All right, and the houses, you just choose one color for the house. Yeah, of course, this reddish looks nice. Yes, and then again, I don't touch the roof. Yeah, and then I do. So the windows, for example, we can do yellow, because then it seems like as if it's a light. Yeah. Yeah, maybe also the door, you can do another color. Yeah, so here I did one. Then for another house, maybe another color, but also maybe something yellowish, reddish, something. Yeah, so now I try to kind of color just the wall, leaving empty spaces for windows and the door. Yeah, and then later when it dries, then I will get in for the window. Yeah, make it yellow window. Yes, and doing the fence is also easy. So for example, in this case, that's the opposite. I want my brush to be more wet. And I prepare some brownish color, and I have my brush wet, because then it's easy to do the thin lines. Yes, that's the difference when the brush is dry, it hardly paints, yes, on the paper. But we use it to have these brush strokes. Yeah? And yeah, but when it's wet, then it paints. And then I also can use a bit of brown to do the trunk of trees. Yeah, just some a little bit brownish. Mm-hmm. And we also don't have to forget about the shadows. Yes, the shadows are very important. Yeah, for the house, for example, what I can do because the roof, of course, looks a little bit kind of, yeah, that there is no roof. So I can do a little bit of contour. Yeah, so just very slightly, maybe. Yeah, just kind of a little bit marking the silhouette. Yeah? For example, this line where the roof connects to the house, this line, the opposite, I always make thick and dark. It's because there is always shadow. In real life, when we have house and we have roof, the roof is always kind of over the house and always gives this shadow. So here I can bravely put, yeah, the thicker line, and then it's nice and it feels like. And then here I do very tiny shadows under I take maybe black, maybe dark blue, just these little tiny lines, yeah, at the bottom of the trees especially. Yes, also maybe where the house, but still it's objects. and they leave some shadow. It's also when we are in the forest, we see it's always darker under the tree, because it gives the shadow. Oh, hello, we have one more participant. You weren't from the start, but I hope you can manage to follow. But what we did, we put blue for the sky, and we put light blue for the snow, very light blue. And then just with the green, you do the trees. First, you put one layer of green, like a base layer, and then with darker green, you do these strokes as the shadow. Now we have also houses. You can choose the color, what your house you want to be. Here I take yellow, and then I see some light. Oh, a bit too early. My house was too wet. I can take it off with the no. Yeah, and I can see some light. And the door also maybe has some lighter color. Yeah, it's all very small, very detailed. So yeah. Yeah, and this on top is salt that you put at the moment when it's wet. And then what makes salt, it takes off the paint, but we will see later if it worked or not on my drawing. Yeah, sometimes it's tricky. Sometimes it's, here I can try. Yeah, it worked a little bit. So I have some white spots, but then of course it's always we have a saver that we can always use a white paint like acrylics or gouache, and then so in some spots my salt worked a bit. You can see very lightly this, it has left these white dots. It's a little bit tricky because there is a special moment when you put this salt, and you kind of have to, it doesn't have to be too wet, your paper, and also not too dry, but here something has worked. Very nice. Later we can also add, as I said, a bit of here. So careful, I leave the roofs white. You let me know, girls, how you're doing. If you want to move to rabbits already, I know you're quick. I know, girls. Yeah, rabbits, very cool. It was me there spending a lot of time. All right, so we need gray color. So you just take kind of black, and you have it watery, and this is your, so here I have some black color, and then I can control how much I use it. It's also good, maybe you can add also a little bit of blue inside them. And it's always good to try a little bit. So it's always good to have some extra paper next to you and just try how it looks. So for example, so before putting on the, I'm here. Maybe now I did it, it's too blue. again. Yeah, bear with me, give some time. Yeah. Here, maybe this color is, this Payne's gray, a very nice color. So we remember to leave the tail white, and we start putting the gray color around the white tail. Yeah. Here is my fluffy. Yeah, so we practice with this big rabbit. It's easier because it's closer to us and it's bigger. And I can put a bit darker closer to the tail, and then kind of let the color blend out for the rest of the body. Yeah, till the moment we arrive to the head. And then where the head is, then again we put a bit darker where the head starts, and then we put lighter or just kind of blend the color out. Yes, for the rest part of them. And don't worry if it doesn't work at once. Yes, you can leave it dry and then come back and yeah, do the touch-ups. Yeah. So here I also have a bit watery, it's all floating. So I just leave it dry. And then I can come back and yeah, also do you remember the magical paper towel? So if something is floating, not the direction you want, yes, I can just with the paper towel take it off. Yeah, it will probably take a lot off, but later you come back and correct. And then the ears. Do bravely do long ears. Don't make them too short. Yes. Different directions. One ear is one side. Yes, and I do some part darker on the ear, some part. Yeah. Yeah, so later I will come back and correct this rabbit a bit more. Yes, you also remember when watercolors are drying, they will look lighter. Yes, even now it looks very dark, this part of the back of the rabbit. When it will be dry, it will look much more pale. Yeah. So no worries if at the moment when you put the paint, it looks dark. Yeah. And then we can move to another rabbit. So for example, this one, it has similar position. Yes. It has white tail looking at us. And it has this circular body. Yes, the important thing, it's smaller. Yes, that's the, because it's already more far away. It's already closer to. And here, for example, I can move his head a little bit to the side, like he's looking. But it's just to make it different, yeah? Not to make all rabbits in the same position. It's more, yeah, so then it's different. So here, and I put his ears maybe also. Yeah. And now the fun part is making the steps. So it's just kind of dots of gray on the snow. Yes, as if he was jumping. Yeah, so I just take, with my small brush, I take water and just leave some spots. Yeah, it doesn't have to be very symmetrical how he's jumping. I mean, we follow the rule, of course, kind of the parallel, yeah, some parallel. But he could be putting a different, his Yeah, maybe he stops, he thinks, he turns. So, yeah. For example, depending how you can correct also your snow. If, for example, it got too, because it's already dry, so if it got too transparent, I can correct a little bit, maybe a bit more my heel. And then it's a bit more. So the rabbit that is here is sitting vertical and looking. Also nothing hard, so just vertical body. Yes. Somewhere there in the end of body, you can also think of the tail. Yeah, maybe it's visible a little bit, his white tail. And then the arm is kind of vertical and then a bit diagonally. Yeah, so just something like this. And then it all connects to the head. And the head, I put just one color, just lightly, and then later I will add a dot, a darker dot to the eye. Yeah, but I will wait for it to dry, otherwise my eye will all go. Yeah, so we have to wait till it's dry, and then it's easy to put. Yeah, then again I do some ears. You can also play around how the ears are. Yeah, the position, maybe they're very, very nice. Yes, maybe this rabbit. Yeah, to do the eye, it's just one little dot. The nose or something. Yeah, I'm going to just dotting with my brush. It's dry, it has paint, and I just very slightly kind of try to do the dots. Here. So I have a few more rabbits. Yeah, these now, as you've practiced these 3 rabbits, the rest rabbits will be very easy for you. Yeah, because they are also smaller. There is not much details, just kind of just putting something. Yeah, just a gray spot. Of course, it's more difficult because maybe one has to be more careful with the small brush. It also depends. If you don't have a small brush, then of course it can become more difficult. But you can also use, let's say, marker. Why not? You can use, yeah. So I have there. Yeah. So these 2 rabbits will also have footsteps. And one more rabbit here, small. Yes, this small rabbit can also have footsteps here horizontally. Just yeah, very nice. Yeah, can add more rabbits. Why not make it? Yeah, let's say maybe here we'll have one more rabbit. So it's easy. I just do a circle for the head. I do a circle for the body. I remember of the tail, make the tail white. Yes, and then with ears. Like this. And then depending on position, I can make footsteps, yeah, on the snow. Yes, very nice. Yeah, it's also the moment if you want, for example, come back to the first rabbit because now it's already dry, then you can come back and correct. Yes, maybe some parts, or it can also look good as it is. Yeah? So here, if the tail looks maybe a bit too white, you can make it. So after the rabbits, we have one more thing to do. Is these white clouds. Yes, so I know Ellie and Julie, they also paint with acrylics. So I'm sure they have white paint. Yes, because with watercolors, you can't paint white. Yes, when you paint with watercolors, then your white is the paper. Then you have to plan and leave white. Yes, kind of. But with acrylics, yes, or here I have gouache. And what I want to do these clouds and also snow. Yes, so in case, because I see my salt here. Yeah, it has left some. Yeah, for example, I will try now to show you a bit closer so you get this the story with the salt. But then later maybe you can try also by yourself. Yeah, you see, girls. So here where I have removed the salt, I have these white dots. Yeah, so these white dots, this is all because of the salt. Yeah, so and it feels maybe like snow or the stars. Yeah, here one can experiment. Yeah. And here I see my salt became blue. Yeah. Yeah, but still I want to add a bit more of white. Yeah, Julia, I've seen you've been going.
I finished mine.
Oh, you already finished. Very nice. Show us if you want. Yes. Oh, love the footsteps. Yes, yes, yes. Looks nice. Love the blue. Very dark blue sky. Feels like evening, night. Rabbit's going home. Yeah. Yes, if you want, you can put with the white acrylics, you can put snow.
Okay, yeah. I have the salt on there, but I don't know if it's going to dry until the watercolor is dried.
Yeah.
Mine off because my sky is dry, but it didn't leave any snow marks. Although it's still cool because I'm brushing it off.
Yeah, so you tried the salt as well, girls, yeah, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, it's sort of worked.
It kind of worked. I might have used too much blue, but some of the salt now looks light blue, so.
Yeah, the salt turns in blue, and it should leave this little bit of this white. But
wait, I see snow marks.
So it worked. Yes, yes. It really requires practice, this salt putting on watercolor. You feel the right moment, because when it's like very wet, it also doesn't work, but it's also not too dry. Yeah, so kind of you put the color, wait maybe half minute, and then you throw the salt. Yeah. Well, I will put few white clouds. Yeah. So also just dry brush Yeah, and also just leaving some brush strokes. Yeah, just a little bit. Because I like this idea that the tree is kind of is going more on top of the cloud. Yeah, so here I put the cloud and I kind of prolonged my tree higher. And then it feels like, ooh, there are clouds. And yeah, and maybe just, yeah, but this time the salt worked better, so I won't cover too much. Here just a few bluish. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, I have like
Can I show my painting?
yeah, yes, Ellie, let's take a look.
Hang on. Oh.
Hmm. Yes. All right. Ooh, so many footsteps. And I love the windows. They're very yellow. Yes, the light very shining. Very nice. Yay. Yes. If you want, yeah, you can put some snowflakes of white. Why not? Yeah, maybe it's snowing as well. Yeah, I can put some kind of add a bit more. Yeah, so we got something from salt, and now from white paint, I can also add some. But it looks also very nice without. Yeah, so how it feels to you?
Also, rabbits are my favorite animal. I know. And yesterday was my birthday.
Oh, it was your birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, well, happy birthday. That's so cool. How old are you now?
7.
You are 7, Ellie. Yay, go. When is your birthday, Juliet?
July 30th.
In July. Okay, yes. So need to wait till the summer comes. Nice. Happy birthday, Ellie. Very nice.
Thank you.
Yay. These are many rabbits that are coming to your birthday party. They all are say, oh, there's the house where Ellie lives. Let's go and say hello for her birthday. Very nice.
Also, for the fence, it was a little bit hard on for the windows because the smallest brush we have is this one.
Hmm.
Although 2 looks smaller.
Yes, I imagine that the house are very, very tiny. And yeah, it's I know it's very, so unless you have, you see girls like the brush I have very tiny, and this one I use for all these detail. Yeah, yeah. Rajinder, I don't know how you're doing there. Hope all good. Hope you manage with your rabbits. You can message in the chat if you want. Let us know if all good. Yes. Oh, good. Thumbs up. Yes, very nice. Hope you enjoyed. Yes, with the salt, you see, very tricky technique, but it's worth trying. You can try kind of put, but it only works with dark color. Yes, if I use very light, then the salt will not make this effect. Only, of course, when it's dark, black, dark blue, yeah, and then the salt takes off water and can get this interesting snowy effect. Nice. Yes, Rajinder, we are painting every Wednesday. You're welcome to join. Yeah, we have always different topics. Sometimes we copy some paintings. Sometimes, yeah, I ask also what you want to paint. Like today's, it was, yeah, Juliet and Ellie idea about the rabbits.
Bye.
Yeah, so
Bye.
bye-bye, girls. Bye-bye,
See
bye-bye.
you next Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday. Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy to have you here. Yay. Yeah, so sometimes I have, of course, more kids. Depends how they join. Yeah, but that's more or less our painting. Here I prolong a little bit my white roofs. They kind of are in the air, so snowy, yeah, so they just getting lost. Yeah. Yes, for the next Wednesday, I already have planned lesson. We're gonna do some abstract fishes. It's also fun, also suitable for kids. You do some curvy lines, and then you try to find the fishes in it, and then you color it. And then we will use also sponge, put colors with sponge. It usually turns out nice. And here the girls are already out, but I will show you the favorite part. It's when it's finished, you take off the tape. So I have my tape and it kind of protects and it gives you this white frame. Yes, so then it's nice and pretty and you can put it, yeah, and then that's the best part of taking off the tape to get the frame. Yeah, nice. Yeah, usually we're painting with acrylics or gouache. Yeah, also like the usual set of colors. These are children ones, nothing. Yeah, so with the gouache or acrylics. Yeah, today was watercolors because I wanted to try this salt technique. Yeah, so feel free to join also next time. Will be. Yeah, bye-bye. See you waving. Bye-bye, Rajinder. Bye-bye. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for thumbs up. Bye-bye.